So here I am at this Coupland loop. I've never been on this trail before, but it's so I'm right here, and I just came from here. I parked the car here, and I've just walked all this here, and now I'm here. So I'm gonna go up and do this loop, and then come back here and decide how I feel, whether I'm gonna go back to the car, which is about a kilometer, or maybe go up here, take this short route here around this. This is a swampy area. This is the beaver dam that I go to. So we'll see. I'll probably just end up going home, just whatever. But we'll see. The Coupland loop. Let's go. Let's see how she goes, boy. I've never been on this trail before, so not that it's a big deal. It's just there's the highway. There's a road here, parking lot. Another beautiful sunny fall, September 29th. So we're almost into October, but it's still beautiful. I'm just wearing a t-shirt, no jacket, no sweater, no nothing. This trail is really wide here, really smooth. This section here, I mean, it's too steep to go up and down with a push wheelchair. But if you had one of those electric ones or something, you could go on this like crazy. I'm not sure if they're allowed. I'm sure they'd be allowed. But so anyway, this is like, look at this. It looks like they've been on it here recently and swept it all up and cleaned. They come in here. I don't know how often, but I've seen them. There's a cruise of guys, 5, 6 guys, all with those orange safety vests, and they got rakes and brooms and chainsaws, and every time there's a big rainstorm or windstorm, look at the ferns in here. Look at that, it's just like something out of Jurassic Park. See all these ferns, because this is considered a rainforest. The amount of rain, we haven't had that kind of rain in maybe 4 or 5 years, really. But in the winter, it rains every single day for like 3 months straight, and it just rains and rains and rains. And by the time March comes, everyone is just sick of the rain. It's very mild. Look at the size of the trees. Look at this. Look at this tree here. Look at this. Look at the size of that thing. It's like huge. Look at all these big giant. Look at the size of that thing. I think that's a fir tree. Look at how straight that is. Look at how high that is. The camera just doesn't do justice. You just can't believe how high these things are. You just cannot believe it. I've been in here and I've heard woodpeckers. I don't know if I've seen them here, but I've seen a red-headed woodpecker, like Woody the woodpecker. But well, here's another giant tree. Look at this one. Look at the size of this thing, man. Holy mackerel. I've never been on this trail before. I didn't realize there was some really huge trees. I don't know. I think this is a fir. I'm sure someone will correct me, but I'm not really sure. I know it's not a cedar. Look at the moss. Does the moss always grow on the north side? Is that true? See, look at these trees. How long have they been laying there? Who knows? I don't have my bear bell on. I should have my emergency bear bell to warn the grizzly bears are getting all ready for fall and hibernation, and they're hungry and looking for little snacks. And I'd be a little snack. He'd go chomp chomp, and that'd be the end of you. And I haven't met anybody on the trails yet today. I don't know if today's what, Tuesday? 10 noon? What time is it? 12 noon? Something like that? 11 o'clock maybe? And I haven't met anybody on the trails, so. But boy, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's just incredible. No wind. Look at the diameter of this thing. Look at this thing. How long? Look at the size of that tree. Look at that. There's a place I've been thinking of going to. I should probably go there before, maybe later this week on Friday or something. It's only about 50 miles maybe at the most. It's not very. Oh, look at these big trees here. Look at these things. Look at this stand of look at this. Look at the size of these things, man. And these are all second growth. The first growth forests were like the trees. The tree would be the diameter of this from here to here would be one tree. Just this whole thing would be one tree. And here there's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, three massive trees here. And they're straight as an arrow. They're really this lumber is just so prized because it's so so straight. Oh, here comes some people. First, look at these big giant. Oh, we're just surrounded by these giant trees here, and these ferns. Look at this, just like in the rain, just like Jurassic Park. Hello. Look at this. This is really beautiful in here. I've never been on this trail before, and it's just amazing. It's really nice. Man, there's lots of big trees here. Can't believe how big some of these trees are. Anyways, there's this place called Cathedral Grove. If you look, you could look it up on YouTube or Google it or whatever you want. And it's this section of land. I'm not sure how big. 10 acres, maybe 100 acres. I'm not sure. It's pretty big. But it's old growth forest, like 1,000-year-old trees. Like these trees were around. I'm sure some of them were around when Jesus was alive. Oh, here's the main beach trail. Going down to the beach. The beachcombers. Oh, look at this big gully here. Anyways, there's the trees there. They're just you just can't believe it. It's like dinosaurs would have to be there to move. The trees are, you just can't believe it. When a tree falls over, you don't crawl over it, you just walk right underneath it, because everything is like, it's like you're an ant. It's like something you'd read in the Bible about Noah's days and these giants and everything living thousands of years, and it's just I should go there and take a little walk through there. It's just amazing. But you could look it up on YouTube. It's called Cathedral Grove. Take maybe Friday if the weather's nice. I might take a drive there because it's not very far. Look at this. Look at these things. They're just massive. Look at the size of these things, man. And they're straight as an arrow. They're just. I know I think. I'm not sure if these trees were, but a lot of these trees that are straight like this were prized for their to make masts out of ships. Because look at this one. Look at it's straight. It's huge. Look at that. There's no branches on it or nothing. It's just this. You just cut it and literally sit it on a ship, and it's a perfect mast. Many of these trees back in the, when they first discovered North America, 1700s and stuff, when the British and the French were building massive armies of sailing ships. I can't believe this. This thing is just this tree here. Look at that. It's got to be 200 feet high, if not more. You just can't even get to the high top of it. It's just, man, oh man, it's just, imagine. And then there's these big ravines here, just surrounded by massive trees. It's overwhelming. These trees were prized for the ability to make ships with them. And so, North America became like most of Europe had all of their forests were gone. That's why Sherwood Forest, Robin Hood. it's talked about because it was a rarity to have these forests. I guess the Black Forest in Germany, but even then, 1700s, all of Europe was just wiped out. They just people needed to build little shacks and firewood, and then coal came along. People were using coal, but all their forests were just decimated. So when they came to North America, and the trees were just like, they couldn't believe how big they were. They just, that's why North America was fought over so much by the two world superpowers, England and France. And then you had minor powers, Spain and the Dutch. They tried their hand at it, but they didn't have the resources. Main Black Axis. What is this? This goes to the, I guess if I come down here, I can go to the ocean. I could go down to the ocean. A little bench here. I guess there's people paid money to sponsor some of these trails, to have them built and maintained, and they put their, look at these Shackle, Margaret Shackle, Deborah Shackle, Murray Glenn Shackle. All these people. Look at these, just, man, I don't know about this. Is probably going to be pretty steep stuff here, boys. I know there's Don Apps Beach Trail. You're seeing this for the first time. I've never seen, what's that flying over? Oh, look at that, right overhead. Look at this. All this big danger. Rock falling or something. Look at this. Look at the tree. Look at, you can hardly see the bottom of this tree here. Danger. Look at this, man. Wow. Be aware of grizzly bears and cougars. Beware of cougars and grizzly bears and mountain lions. And man, listen how quiet this. If I stop here, it's going to be absolutely. There's not going to be a sound. Look at these branches. They're just moving because we're getting closer to the ocean, so there's a little bit of a breeze. But you look down here. Look down in this little ravine here. Look at it's. Listen, I'll just stand still for a second. Look at, there's not. Just absolutely calm and quiet here. It's just the trees absorb all the sound from the roadway and the city or anything. It's just, and I'm in this little valley. I'm in this gully, man. It's like, look at this. Look, man, you could never, if you went down in there, you'd never get out of there. You'd be like calling for tow trucks or something. Man, this is going to be a big, look at it, it's getting steeper and steeper here. It's going to be a big walk getting up. Who's this guy? Look at this guy walking along here. Get away from me. Oh, it's you. Look at this, is kind of Ricky. Look at this, is all Ricky Dicky here. Look at this, all, it's like, stay back. Look, it's all falling over. They're like, stay away from the edge. Look at this, it's all rotten, all worn away here. Man, I'm walking close to I'm way over here because it's so far down on the one side. Man, look at these. Man, like if you can't, look, this, someone dug this out. But if I had to climb back up here, it's a street. It's almost vertical. That's the trail, right? That's the top trail that we came down. And we're going to go down to I guess we'll go all the way down to the ocean. Man, listen, can you hear the way I'm walking? It's like I'm sort of holding myself from sliding down the path. Look at this. I hear people down here. We're going to go to the ocean. So this is going to be the Pacific Ocean. But this is a part called the Georgia Strait. Because I'm on Vancouver Island. It's an island. It's a giant island. Oh, here comes your little friend. Careful, watch out. Look at the little friend saying hi to everybody. There we go. So this is Vancouver Island. Look at these big trees here. Look at this. The moss is growing on the other side of this tree, and one side was north. And so this is well, if this is where's the sun? So this is east. Yeah, this is east. And look at, there's moss growing on the west side. This is the west, so the moss doesn't always grow on the same side. Look at this, there's no handlebars here, boys. That first step is your last step. There's a park bench here. This is all these trails and all this stuff is just like literally. If it's a 5-minute car drive, that's a long way. Look I can say I saw a bear on the trail. Come on, hey, I can really say that.
Come on, Sophie. Come on, let's go.
Did you see the bear? Look at the bear. You can't see him. He's a bear. Wow, this is going to be a hard walk back up, man. Oh, man, I'm like, this is going to be a killer. Man, oh, man, it's along the way. They have this zigzagging back up and down this hill to try to make it doable. Oh, there's the trail. The trail is way over there. We came all the way down around all these, went back and forth here, all these zigzags. And we're still, look at, we're still 500 feet above the ocean, or 200 feet. Oh, look at the size of this tree. Oh, hello. Watch this first step's a doozy here, eh? So look at the size of this tree here. Look at this. It's really, really big. I'm not sure if that's an old growth. It probably is. It was probably somehow left here. But look at the size of that thing. You just can't believe how big that is. It's got to be 15 feet around in diameter. Because if well, maybe more, because I spread my arms out at 6 feet, let's say. 6, 12, 25 feet maybe. And the ones in Cathedral Grove are 35, 40. They're huge. You just can't imagine them. You just can't believe it. Was this bear poop? Is that bear poop? The bears are having a heyday. Oh, this is going to be, man, this is going to be a big... This will test my resolve. Oh, man, coming up here, boy. Maybe there's a trail I can take all the way back to that other trail. The beach here, it's big fist-sized rocks. And they really like to twist ankles, so I don't walk on them too much. This is called Seal Bay. This whole place is called Seal Bay. Get a look here. This is Seal Bay.
Yeah, I know it.
Anyways, this is on the east coast of Vancouver Island, so it's facing the continent. So when I say this is the Pacific Ocean, well, really it's just, oh, there's a seal out there, or a mountain lion, or whatever they call it, a sea lion. Oh. So this is about, oh, look at this. Look at, there's more little friends. Hello. Hi. Everybody's got friends today. Look at this. What is this called? Oh, there's more signs up here. What is this crazy stuff here? Don Apps Beach Trail. There, we just came down it. We just came down. Death-defying. And it's death-defying here, boys. Don Apps. Bates Parking, 900 meters. Where are we? So here we are. So here's where we are right here. And here's where I left the car. So I walked all the way here. Came all the way here. Then there's a little joining trail that they didn't show. And then I came here. And then I decided to take this little trail down here. I was going to go here. Remember when I said that? Well, here I am here. So we'll have a look-see around. This is called the Coupland Loop. Have a look. Any sea lions?
No.
Oh, no. So this is Seal Bay in British Columbia, Vancouver Island. Oh, look, there's little people here.
Come on, KJ, let's go.
And look at that, how calm it is here. But look at, see, you can't walk on that. It's just like twist your ankle. So there's no swimming here. Not very much anyways. And then there's the mountains. I'm not sure if that's an island over there or if that's the mainland. I'm not sure.
Come on, KJ, let's go.
Look, we've got people playing in the sand and everything. You gotta watch here. There's sand fleas. Look at the seaweed. We're marching to a band, it sounds like. Smells here, smells. This is all seaweed that gets washed up. It stinks here.
What is that? Is that your castle?
So here, this is called Seal Bay. And there's mountains across. I forget what these are called. So we'll go over from here. Of course, it doesn't want to focus. And then over here, just like the beachcombers. There's a long-running, I think it might even be the longest running Canadian television series. Started out, I think, in 1969 or 1970 and went to like 1985 or something. It was called The Beachcombers and it was filmed very, very near here. And when I first moved out here, the only thing I knew about British Columbia was the Beachcombers. So I was asking everybody, the Beachcombers, oh, I know the Beachcombers, and they're like, oh yeah, that was filmed not far from here. And so there's look at this big pointy thing here sticking up. Oh, there's the one point. Look at how sharp that is. That's like a mountain peak. Oh, that's amazing. Look, there's another one over here. Is that the one that... Oh, look at that. It just juts right up, sticks right up on top of the mountain. And there's like snow up there. These are all snow-peaked mountains. And so those are glaciers. There's a glacier on top of that right there. You can sort of see it right there and there. You can see it's all white. And we're almost coming at, we're at the end of summer. We've had all summer to melt and it's still covered with snow. So this winter, more snow will fall and that's what makes a glacier, is that it never melts all summer and then more snow comes in the winter. And over time it builds up and builds up and builds up and never completely goes away. And there's a glacier around here called the Comox Glacier. I don't see it there, but anyways. So there we are. Wow, so this is Seal Bay. Now I've got that long, arduous trek back up. You look at all all these logs. Beachcombers. This is what the beachcombers would do, is they'd come and they'd take away all these logs. That's how they'd make their money. They'd take away stray logs from the big logging companies. The big logging companies, you know, they dealt in millions of logs and they lost, you know, 3 or 4 every day, or, you know, whatever. And these independent little guys with boats would come along and scoop them up and then resell them. And that's how they made their money, and they're called beachcombers. Anyways, it's not very far. It's called on the show. There was a restaurant they all gathered at called Molly's Reach. What's the name of the show? Or what was the name of the? I'm trying to think of what the name of the Gibson's Landing. It really existed. Like, they were in this place called Gibson's Landing, and it really exists. Oh, what's this trail? Does this trail take me back to the car? Seabank Road. Oh yeah, this trail, I never knew there was this trail. Maybe I should take this trail back. Either way, I have to come up off the beach. So either I do it here, or I do it when I get back to the car. I kind of like this trail here. I think I'll take the, I think I'll go up here. This camera doesn't do justice to how steep this is, man. They need like ropes to pull you up. This is like crazy, man. Man, I've only made it about a tenth of the way and my legs are already burning. It's like, man, oh man, this is going to be a workout. And this guy ahead of me is carrying his kid on his shoulders. Oh, yeah, this is a pretty, I might have to stop here. Yeah, man, boy, this is a good workout though. They should have the army come here and run up and down these. Okay, boys, full load, rifles and all, up and down 10 times today. they'd be like mountain goats, those guys, if they ran up and down here. Oh good, there's a bench to pass out on. Everyone thinks that bench is there for sightseeing, but it's really to call 911. Yeah, I'm at bench number 5. Come quick. Man, look at this, that's steep. I gotta stop. This is really steep here. I wish I had a ball. I could throw a ball up and you'd see how quickly it would come down here. Oh man. Good thing I'm at sea level though, because I'm getting the most oxygen available. If you're up in the mountains, or if you're in Denver, Colorado, I think, is it, how high is that city? 5,000, 10,000 feet? I don't know. It's a mile high city, they call it, isn't it? So there's a lot less air up there. Makes things harder to do. I'm going to stop for a second and look over here. During Operation Anaconda in Afghanistan, when they were fighting the Taliban, whatever year that was, 2008, 2010, Afghanistan is filled with mountains. So the US sent special forces and their special mountain units. And Canada sent their special units, their JTF-2 it's called. And this is mountain warfare, so you're days at high elevations, so you can get these different things. I think it's called hypoxia or something, I'm not sure. But you get lack of oxygen. And you get what's called altitude sickness. I'm not sure what causes it or what the symptoms are, but you get really sick and I think you throw up. I'm not sure, but it's sickness, some kind of sickness. Anyways, the Canadians had to carry a lot of the Americans down because the Canadians were in so much better shape. And after that, the Americans said the only people we want to operate with is the Canadians, not the British, not the French, only the Canadians, because they're the only guys that can keep up with us. And the Canadians were in better shape than the Americans. But to be fair, Canada only sent a contingent of, like, let's say 500 special forces, if that, and the Americans sent 10,000, so Canada has the luxury of just picking and choosing the absolute cream of the crop, like people that just live for exercise, and they just love to do that stuff, whereas the Americans have to be a little bit slacker in their selection. I think that's my opinion on it, but anyways, that's what happened. And even the helicopters couldn't get up to some of these places because they were so high, and helicopters just couldn't fly up there. It was too high for them. So those battles at those